Hello everybody, welcome back to SpeedForce Racing. My name is JB and let's take you through tonight's proceedings here on a glorious Monday afternoon, Monday evening now, that is for GP4. Because here are the championship standings. DB is in P1 ahead of James Killer, who's not attending tonight, in P2. Ghost Cam is in P3 after a good run of podiums earlier on in the season. He's now down to 2 DNFs. Can he hopefully get that up to a finish tonight? And Racing Porch is in P4. Pro Oliver is in P5. Xander is in P6 and Broomy is in P7. Alco is in P8 and JD Salvo is in P9. Badger is in P10. Energy Dan is in P11, Blue is in P12, Wessel is in P13 and Spiffy is in P14. Sonic Hawk is in P15 and Bittle is in P16, High Grade B is in P17, The Origins is in P18 and James Hook is in P19. DB bringing up the back of the field in P20, still struggling to get off points, the same with James Hook. Here at the Constructors' Championship, Red Bull at the top of the championship ahead of Alfa Romeo in P2, Racing Point in P3. Renault, using the Renault engines, God knows why they're still doing that, is in P4 ahead of Ferrari in P5. Toro Rosso is in P6, Haas is in P7, McLaren is in P8, Mercedes is in P9, Williams struggling in P10. I'm not on my own tonight, as always, joined by the man in the moon that happens to be the moon of Sweden. It is the cool man who works for Skoda. I mean, hold on, you work for Volvo. He works for Volvo. It is Felix. Felix, how you doing, mate?
Hello, mate. I'm doing fine. How are you?
Did you like how I corrected myself halfway through that?
Oh, that was very strange. That was very strange.
I'm very strange anyway. I'm a strange person.
I need to start with a correction.
Go on.
You said that DB was leading the championship, but it's actually DCG leading.
DCG is leading the championship. You're right. It's a big car and it's got a British driver in it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not.
There's too many dudes.
They're easily confused.
Yeah, that happens a lot. So we're here at Hockenheim. Senna saying it's his first real race after reserving in Austria and joining me on commentary so many times since then. Are you looking forward to Hockenheim this week, Mister? I am living on the moon, because I forgot what your name was.
I am. It's one of my favorite tracks, actually.
Really?
So hopefully a good run will be had.
A good run may be had, but first we have to look forward to GP4. And last week, well, it was Silverstone. Don't want to dwell so much on it, for no apparent reason other than I won the race.
Sorry?
I don't know. I said that rather quickly, didn't I? But no, what are the differences from here to Silverstone? I mean, I know Silverstone is the best track in the world, but what does Germany have that Silverstone does not?
It has a bit of slow corners. I guess Silverstone doesn't.
It has 3 DRS straights. That's the correct answer.
In the game, it doesn't have that in real life.
Yeah, it does.
No, they only had 2 this year.
No, we had 2 at Silverstone because they took one out. They took the start-finish straight one out. We had 3 here, but they didn't get to use it because it was wet. Remember?
Oh yeah.
Used to be one of the best Grand Prix.
I'm old. I have a bad memory.
Oh,
yeah,
old. I don't know. You still got more hair than me.
You're still old. That doesn't change with how much hair you had to have in your head.
I don't know. I had it cut today. I literally cut. I jumped lesson and just went to get my hair cut. 45 minutes it took him to cut my hair.
Yeah, that's pretty standard.
I don't have that much hair. I'm pretty bald. On the plus side, I got more beard than Lee has, so you know.
Yeah.
So, Hockenheim. What are we looking forward to at Hockenheim? Well, hopefully, it's a wet qualifying session, and that's exactly what I was hoping for. This can be interesting now, whether it's a dry race or not. The car's clipping in, and I just realised both Mercedes are running 2 number 9s. That's not going to get confusing at all.
They both like Marcus Ericsson, it's clear. Anyway, let's see if anyone can do a Charles Leclerc 360 at the first corner.
So we have movement from Shadow Britain in the Williams being deployed on track for the first time. The number 13 Williams. Oh, who was driving that in GP2? I wonder who. It's clearly homages to me. They've heard I'm leaving.
Oh, we have the same number and everything. Oh, there you
Yep,
go.
different helmet though. So apparently they call it the Parabolica. That's what this long corner is that we're watching with Shadow Britain. They call that the Parabolica into the hairpin. I was watching DTM. Wow, you went full German there.
Yeah.
This track obviously saved by Mercedes for the 2019 Grand Prix. Before on out, that was only for the fact that they wanted a Grand Prix for the 125th anniversary of Mercedes. That didn't go very well, now did it?
They had a mare, didn't they?
They had a bit of a mare. Potentially, you know what? I feel bad for Valtteri because in that situation he had the exact same accident as Lewis, but he just happened to go the opposite way to Lewis. So I don't think there was any problem on his driving standard. I think it was just unlucky, you know?
Yeah.
Lewis had a 50-50 chance of having the accident. He came off okay, and Valtteri unfortunately had the other 50. So just the luck ran out.
I think it's just pure skill from Lewis.
Like you said it now. Through turn one. This turn one's incredibly difficult here in Hockenheim. Yeah, it's a difficult turn one in. There's a little DRS zone here. Normally in the drive, won't see that here in the west. As you see, a little bit of rear end locking from Shadow Britain as he runs up now onto the long straight heading down into the hairpin, but first through the Parabolica. Look at that motion for the lagging Williams.
You see lagging?
I had a little bit lag for her.
Okay.
What's the best thing you're looking for in these wet conditions?
Sorry?
What's the best thing you're looking for in these wet conditions?
I don't know. It's like, just go out there, get some laps in, get used to it.
Correct answer, Sergio Perez in the barrier.
Oh.
Which we're about to pass now where Sergio Perez binned out, actually. Oh, I'm so good at timing it. Shadow Britain now heading into Charles Leclerc and Sebastian Vettel's favourite section of the track, along with one of the Aston Martins from DTM. Yes, again, I was watching DTM at the weekend. Running up now, derating has begun on the Williams, so the Mercedes engine is derating. Light is red on the top of the car as he runs now round the final corner, not going on the skid plane this time. Crossing the line, it's going to be P1, a 125.26.6. Where can Senna go on his first time round? Sensei goes P1 at 125.2.
The turn one is really difficult here.
I think every
because you really gotta attack it. Like if you wuss out through turn one, you're gonna spin.
I mean, even in the dry, that is, isn't it?
Yeah, of course, yeah, absolutely.
Charles Leclerc crossing the line is blues. He goes P4, and JD Savo goes fastest though, a 123.4. But it's literally borderline. You can run wide and you get a warning, or you can almost contact between McLaren and Toro Rosso as they just duck behind one another to make sure everyone gets on the way. Maggi on his first qualifying lap for SFR goes up to P6 in the Williams, reserving tonight in the Williams. So this looks pretty strong right now for these drivers. Badger, back in season 4, he won the GP3 race here at Hockenheim at the P6. What can we look forward to from a race winner in SFR? And Vettel.
I wouldn't know. I'm not a race winner, so I don't know.
No, but you're a podium sitter. You've actually sat, I think, on more. How many podiums have you had now?
Well, officially I have 2, but actually I have 3. But the third one in Spain was voided. The race was voided.
Okay. Yeah, I officially have 3. No, 4. I have 4 because I sat on the podium once in the Classic Championship, and then I didn't go on the podium again, and I still won the championship, and I obviously won last week. And then I have Spa and Austria from season 1, so 4. And the qualities may be dry, says the it says the Renault driver of Sensei.
Oh, what about the race? Why has no one told us about the race?
into pit lane now.
Red Bull spinning into wall. It's racing pause.
Oh, and that's what happens if you get it wrong at turn 1. Racing Pod digging the Red Bull out of the gravel and now running the Caterham front wing. Sorry, no, that's the HRT front wing, so they've got no end plates either.
Yeah. You know, the HRT front wing actually looked like that, basically.
I know. That is history right there.
You know what? I'm speaking about front wings. When I see the Braun car from 09,
Here we go.
and I'm like, oh yeah, this was a badass car. It's really quick. And you look at the front wing, and it's a plank.
It is a plank, and there's no substance to it whatsoever. I'm looking at it now because I've got a model of it, and I was like, woo! Here's Pro Oliver crossing the line now, doing DRS to play with. He goes P8 in the Ferrari. Sensei experimenting with the softs right now, sat in the pit lane. Maybe he's teasing us. He did say that it was potentially going to be dry at the end of qualifying. And the rain looks to be letting up a little bit in Sector 2 as we go on board with Alco, the Portuguese driver. He a little bit wrong on turning, but he seems to be okay. Speaking of drivers in Toro Rosso, did you hear the news about Toro Rosso and this weekend in Formula 1?
Yes, they're going to have a Japanese guy called Yamamoto in FP1.
Noki Yamamoto. Who doesn't like Noki? I love him.
I have honestly no idea who he is.
He's Jensen's teammate in Super GT.
Oh, did he do the DTM? No,
yeah, Jensen did it. But Noki does.
Jensen, my friend.
Wow, insult my favourite driver and my namesake. Because Alco crosses the line, he goes P10.
So it has actually stopped raining, as far as I can see, looking in the pit lane.
It has stopped raining here, and now the track will begin to dry out. Has 10 minutes to dry out. Maybe we'll get a last lap shootout on the soft carbon tyres. How many of these drivers went for wet setups and are now completely regretting this?
Think they might do, yeah. I'm guessing they all went with dry setups though. Because they can actually see what the weather will be like.
God, it's already drying out remarkably quickly as we go on board with Cole Oliver here in the Haas. Now, who will time it right? Remember, you have to be on the last lap as they come across the line, because if you're last on track, you have the best track. Alco has to be aware, if he's not on a lap right now, he has to be aware that Oliver may be, and Oliver is on a lap as we follow the Haas through. I think we might see him pit this time around and go out on the dry. I'd go out on the dries. Look at this. I think this is pretty much ready for dries.
You think?
It's a little bit greasy.
I think a couple of more minutes.
Says the Haas driver. What's Oliver going to do?
Sorry.
Alco slow through the final corner. Oliver trying to work out where he's going. He's going to pit lane. Now Oliver coming through the final corner. The 43 car is about to come around the final corner. Little wiggle on the rear end. He goes P10. Well done to Oliver.
Yeah, I think he lost a bit of time behind Alco there. Probably.
Whoa, spinning a high grade! New helmet on the McLaren driver, spinning into where Sergio Perez did retire it. So he's driving back onto track, having to get back off track, and doesn't block Ghost Cam. Well done to the McLaren driver for knowing that not to block the Alfa Romeo, or Alfa Sauber, as Ted Kravitz likes to call it. I think we're time for drives. There's a little bit of spray, but I think it's riskable.
Almost.
DCG out!
DCG's out!
Where's that on track? Sector 1. Can we get a driver who's in Sector 1? Who's there? Ghost Cam's into pit lane. It doesn't look like we have a camera in Sector 1, so we can't find it. I'm searching through as quick as I can. High grade completing his lap. The yellow flag's in 2 and 3 now. But now just in 3. So the yellow flag, is there any debris on track? As it's definitely dry. Look at Ivray struggling through turn 1. Looks like the pole sitter.
It's definitely dry now.
Yeah, the pole sitter's made a drastic mistake going out, and I would be out on those soft tyres now, or on the medium tyres. Well, we're on board with Sonic Hawk now, the number 9 car in the Mercedes.
So DCG was going to start last.
Well, let's assume so, unless people don't get qualifying laps in the dry period. But yeah,
yeah, but we still got
GG.
7 minutes 30 seconds left. So I'm guessing everyone will.
Do remember this is GP4 and they're very hectic. DRS has been enabled. All 3 DRS zones are in play. DRS open on Sonic Hawk as he comes through towards turn 1. He goes P13. Let's just check. I think there is a DRS zone here. Yeah, there is. Ooh. In sector 2. A bit scribbly on exit. Then we have the third one later on. Where is High Grade? High Grade off the track as he tries to control it. This is
G exit in the pits on softs.
We have releasing of drivers on the fast tyres. Now, Pro Oliver out on his tyres as we look at Vettel in the Ferrari on the intermediate still. This is the wrong call from the Italian giant. That is Ferrari. Hello to everyone who's joined us. DCG saying that he's gutted in chat. And we can see what happens. I only ever do this accent when I'm doing commentary when I've got my coffee. This is weird.
What do you mean?
I put a little accent on when I have a coffee when I'm doing commentary. it's because I was listening to, what's his name, who does the Le Mans. I have no idea who the commentator is, but he has this particular accent, you know, he talks a bit like this.
Yeah, I know exactly
what he extends the words of what he says. The Porsche number 19.
I know exactly who you mean,
you know.
I never knew his name.
No, I will name him Fred. If anyone can find out who does comms for WEC for me, that'd be helpful, because he's done some Formula E races when Jack Nicholls has been off doing F1, because Jack Nicholls is amazing. He's the best commentator out there, I think.
Jack Nicholls?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
5 minutes remain.
I think we said that before on stream, actually.
Yeah, I think he's so... Croft, okay, Pro Oliver is out on the mediums. High Grade is way out of track limits. We just caught him. He's not moving, the McLaren. He's in the barriers. Is the 66 car. No, it's not Fernando Alonso at Indy. It is High Grade V in the McLaren, and he's got running now the Caterham front wing. A little bit more substance.
Just following along here with the Mad G on his lap on the soft tires. Looking quite good, actually. He is 4.1 seconds up on his time through the second sector. That
will put him in provisional pole position. 5 minutes, though, on the clock left of qualifying as we look at the Williams. The 47 car. Through the final corner now. What a brilliant camera shot we've got here as he swings around. Opening DRS now. The Williams is going to go pole position. What a lap time from the debutant tonight.
1:16.5. Let's see how far it'll get him.
Looking to enter GP3 actually is Maggi. He said that we found it easier to put him in GP4 as a reserve driver for a bit and then see if he performs. And I believe that he'll be reserved for GP3 as soon as possible. Here in SFR, we will see what happens. And Felix will be quaking in his boots.
Yeah.
Drivers in danger.
I'll be happy to take him on.
Drivers in danger though. Biffle, High Grade V and Cod Oliver have not released themselves from the pit lane. Some struggling on the intermediate times, but now we're going to swap to the best time. And everyone else, as the Blues has lagged out of the session, hopefully he can get in. We now have the tyres on the best, so we can see what people will be starting on now. As we watch Shadow Britton on the soft tyres. He's going to aim to go faster than his teammate. It's going to be close. It's not going to be faster though. By half a second, he's still behind him.
He is. Just watching Energy Dan coming through the second sector split. He's 5.3 seconds up. He's got a lot of time to catch up at the final sector. See what he can do. Ooh, he goes a bit wide through the Sachs curve.
JD Savo, fastest man on the track at 1:14.2 as we look still at Energy Dan through the final corner now. Peter, Peter, you're not Peter, try again. Felix, take us across this, it's P2.
15.1.
That's...
I think he lost a lot of time in the last sector.
He did. I think he dipped a wheel off the track.
Yeah, he might have done.
Martin Haven, is that his name? The main wet guy.
Oh, yeah, it is, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it is. Thanks, Gordon.
Yeah, thank you, Gordon. As we look at Xander now. So Xander in the Alfa Salva is going to come through towards the stadium section here. We look upon the Mercedes grandstand. All definitely Marc Marquez fans.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm
sure.
sorry, am I mixing my sports up?
Yeah, you might be.
How many times have you won it now? Too many. Xander crossing the line. Now it's going to be a 1:14.0, and that's pole position so far. We're getting close towards the end of qualifying. So we go on board with High Grade, who's come through turn 1 now at complete speed from the Mercedes Renault. Sorry, the Mercedes Renault? Where was I going with that one? Oh, I
don't know.
Mercedes Renault. I mean, that's as far from it. Those are two engine manufacturers of McLaren. Obviously, we know that McLaren off to Mercedes in 2021, which, you know, could herald great victory or not great victory as Alco goes past.
13-3 from Alco. Sorry to cut you off.
Big lock up from High Grade as he runs out on the marbles. That's this lap absolutely done for the McLaren. Where's Cod Oliver?
Bittel coming through the final corner.
Cod Oliver being blocked right now by Podge. It's not his own fault. Podge is on a lap as well. This could end in tears between the Red Bull and the Haas. Oh, it almost does. This is qualifying, gents. Calm down.
Jesus.
I'm too old for this. My heart can't keep up.
Broomy coming through. Cross the line. Goes P6.
P6 on the medium compound of tyres as well.
So quickest on the medium so far.
Blues has rejoined us. There's no time for him to do his laps anymore. So those in the pit lane, their qualifying is over. Now who can challenge Bittel for pole position? Will Ferrari be on top here as we look at Sensei?
Goes Cam coming through the second sector. 6 seconds up.
Goes Cam.
He's on the medium tyre as well.
Podger tyres.
He keep it together through the final sector. Coming through the final 2 corners now. He gets a clean run. Nice exit. Oh, not so wide exit. Anyway.
Ooh.
It was P3.
Well done to the man from America. As we look at Sensei once more on the stream. 7 seconds up on his lap time. This can make or break it. He's catching a car. It looks like Mad G. It is Mad G. As Oliver goes up to P5. We're looking now still at Sensei, who's coming through the final couple of corners. He will get another lap after this. He's got no ERS left, though. What can Martins do? Through the final corners, ERS open, running towards the line. It's close, and it's P4 for the debutant in a full drive. Mad G on a lap time. Can we get a debutant pole with qualifying now over? These are the last laps here in qualifying. And I went full, what's his name from MotoGP there, didn't I?
Yeah. Got a bit confused again.
Xander!
Goes Cam going for another lap. 6/10 up through the second sector.
Xander currently has pole position by 2/10 of a second. Badger getting out the way of Mad G. Looking at the 47 Williams. Last time I said there was a 47 car and it was Stoffel Van Dorn. What's up?
Goes Cam cut the last corner on the inside.
That's a shame.
Well, I guess he got invalidated.
Mad G, 2 seconds up on his time.
I don't know.
2 seconds up will not get him pole position this far. It will get him about 8, maybe just 7 if he's quick. Blues leaving the session once more. I wouldn't do that now. It's too late towards the race. Crossing the line now. Mad G, where can he go? He's going to go close somewhere. DRS opening. It's going to be close. It is pole position for the debutant. What a lap.
Wow.
That's it as well.
Yeah,
so,
that's it.
For the first time ever, Mad G will be starting on pole position here in GP4. Well done to the man starting his SFR career today, ahead of Xander and Alco in P2 and P3.
That just goes to show that all you want to do in the wet when it's drying up is to be the last guy on track. Always be the last guy on track.
So we've taken away the timing tower now, so Mad G can get some nice screenshots if he wants of his qualifying results and his qualifying time. It's a new thing I've started doing, you know, just so people can get screenshots if they want.
Nice.
I think this is going to be a good race.
You want me to run through the results?
Yes, you may. As we see Mad G bumping the Alfa Romeo, obviously not in control.
I don't know why it does that.
Oh, I hate the AI in this game. Go on.
So, P1 is Mad G in the Williams, so Wall 12.8, sorry. Xander in P2, 113.0, Alco P3, Bittle P4, Badger P5, Sensei in P6, Ghostcam P7, Cod Oliver P8, JD Salvo P9, and Broomy in P10. And then Shadow Britain in P11, DB P12, Energy Dan P13, High Grade B P14, Origins P15, Racing Porsche P16, that's not very good. DCG 17th, Pro Oliver 18th, Sonic Hawk P19, and SFR Blues in P20.
Well, what will happen in the race? We know Blues is not in the lobby at this moment. Will he be able to rejoin before the race, or will Alco have a full chance to go for full attack into Turn 1? Turn 1 is not an overtaking opportunity, though, is it?
No, it's not.
It really isn't. I mean, we saw it back in 2014 when Felipe Massa and Kevin Magnussen came together and the Williams ended up rolling straight over the track and doing a nice 360. That was a poor sight for a Williams fan, especially if you were a fan of McLaren at the same time.
Yeah. Typical Massa, though. Blaming someone else.
Magnussen, to be honest, I think it was a bit of a racing incident. Magnussen was there, it was lap 1. So, onto the formation lap here in SFR, and Maggi does drive us away on his soft compound tyres. But who are the men in the biggest positions for this race? Well, Ghost Cam is the highest medium runner in P7. This could be a danger zone. Remember, this is the first race of the weekend. None of these guys have seen what other divisions can do with tyres here in SFR. Then Broomy, and after him until P14 are all running mediums. Pro Oliver sticking out though, he's gone for the hardest compound tyre. That can be a strategy that can make or break the race, especially if you get wing damage in the first part of the race.
Yep.
Blues is driving his car.
If you can get a good start on the hards and just keep out of trouble and have a good pace, you can do really well.
But eyes front, Debutant up there, no idea what he can do in the 47 car. Driving for Williams, hopefully he can have a good race. Xander, I believe this is his first time up there in a while at the top row. Alco, usually up there, usually had a bit of trouble, but hopefully he's ironed out the issues in the Toro Rosso for this race. Bittle, a strong contender, is the Swedeman. The Swedeman? That's a new name. The Swedeman in P4, and Badger won this race last season, in season 4 in Gp4, Gp3, I'll get there eventually. He can be a danger man tonight. What can he do? Sensei. First time he's out on track, as we hear Felix sneezing or laughing at me, one of the two.
Yeah.
Big danger man though. Championship contenders right at the back. DCG in P17, leading the championship. Racing Podge, he's got to do some work today if he wants points, isn't he?
He does, yeah.
So
they're
they touch. So off to the grid for the High Grade B and Racing Podge. Not much of a waiting time there as they all roll onto the grid. So, as normally, I will ask Felix, who are you going to be perving at the start of the race?
We're going to have a look at Broomy, see what he does.
Ooh,
to
nice
keep
one.
around the
P10.
middle of the track. The
Right
track, I mean the middle of the field.
Right in the crunch zone, as I call it. So, as always, I'll be following through towards the lights. Waiting now for everyone to connect in. The lights are on. So we're running to 5 red lights as always in SFR. The lights are on, the lights are out now. It's a good start from P2 in Xander, but a better run. Whoa! You just saw a Renault cut straight across the Williams of Shadow Britain there as they run straight down into one. The top 3 are unchanged. Badger dropping behind everyone. Oh, in the wall! Someone's in the wall. It's DB! Oh, contact! The Ferrari's round into the big collision on lap 1. Now recall, there were a rule change back earlier on in the week, last week, where
More
there
contact.
Drivers were told that if it was their fault on lap 1, they would receive a qualifying ban next week, and we'll see what happens. Alco into the lead in the hairpin though, and Mad G fighting him, looking to keep the win, and he does stay ahead of the Portuguese driver, running into the second stadium section now as they run into sector 2. What an interesting first lap. It's not even lap 1, not even lap 1's not even done yet.
So Cod Oliver had an absolute mare of a start.
The Renault of Sensei, who managed to keep it on track, the 42 car, doing well not to have any accidents there. JD Savo doing well to get up into P4. What will happen? Look at Racing Podge. Lap 1, he's already in P9.
Yeah, really well done from him. I guess he stayed out of trouble.
Sensei didn't. Sensei to pit lane. Ghost Cam to pit lane. And we should see a lot of drivers heading to guess where. Oh, contact! JD7 around! Ghost Cam into the wall! Sorry, Xander into the wall! And drivers reversing onto track. They should not be doing that. This is a heavy contact zone already. And this will be interesting.
And hello. Racing Posh is up to P4 from P15 on the grid.
That's a JV start there. Shadow Britain looking to attack Cole Oliver. Who's looking to attack Bittle. Who's looking to attack Broomy. Who, for goodness gracious me, don't make contact into the hairpin. Dive bomb for Britain. He's going straight into the Renault. He's got 2-1.
Oh my god.
What a move for Fuller Williams. But now Oliver's looking to get back past him. Side by side. This Canadian tears, they touch. And they're making me squeak already. Oh, he's going to make contact! He makes contact with the Williams! Oh, sorry, the Renault! Up and in the McLaren's halfway round! What a violent lap! This shows what Gp4 is all about.
Jesus Christ. This is watching Gp2. Oh, I mean F2.
Yeah, these guys absolutely go. You can almost tell that they haven't had a race for a week and they've just been going at it. Xander dropping further down the field with the damage on his nose after making contact with JD Savo. That was fun, I quite like that. Let's not do that for the rest of the race though, I can't do that for the whole race.
I can't breathe.
That's the extra set of lungs I've got. Whoa, Shadow Breton almost losing it into turn 1 there as he slides through the corner. Now everyone's battling through, looking to make a place of JD Savo in the pit lane. Well, there's no great surprise there as Ghost Cam gets through. The racing should settle down. Here's Sonic Hawk in the Mercedes as he starts to attack Blues.
Well, let's hope that the racing settles down.
So do I. They're 4 tyres, can't take it. Yeah, Aaron, they are showing off. And Sonic Hawk is going to make the move. And Sonic Hawk is going to use all this out. Whoa, there's lag from one of them. And hopefully that's not me. I'm going to reach down and unplug something. Hopefully that will improve. Felix, you there, mate?
Sorry?
Hello, there you are.
Yeah, I'm here.
Ferrari's battling into the hairpin now. And the foes of the Tifosi don't make contact because they know how to drive. Mattia Binotto's been telling them off.
Yeah, they have. So, just to... Oliver,
Sector 3, it's Bittle. We have a yellow flag. Is it Bittle, though? Or Sector 2? I'm not sure.
No, I think it's not.
Might be DCG.
It's JD Savo. He's off at the end of the straight.
Oh dear. Damage on the nose of the car.
How do you go off there?
The JD Savo way. Laser will say, seems like a lot of qualifying bans next week. We shall see what happens. Sensei driving through turn 1. Ghost Cam opting to brake rather than take this turn at full speed as he tries to get past the Renault for P12. I can't wait to see the series investigations on this. This should be interesting.
It's going to be
the stewards are going to have a very busy night.
I guess.
So there we go. Ghost Cam sliding straight through. And the rookie driver of Sensei. Maybe the commentator is better suited in the box. Who knows?
Did you see Cod Oliver start?
I did not. Was it monumental?
That's probably the worst start I've ever seen.
Oh dear. Energy down now. He's having a bit of trouble as well.
Anti-stall! Anti-stall!
I tell you what though, last season, if you remember, I believe I had you on commentary, we had a point where within 5 laps of the race, the soft tyres melted away, didn't we? Now I wonder if that might happen this time.
At Hockenheim.
Yeah, at Hockenheim. because we had it was.
Yeah, I didn't do comms last season.
No, it was what's it called? T. Jonas back in GP2. He had an accident where he span off and had an accident. No, it was season 3. Sorry, not season 4. He span off here and had an accident, and it was still on the 2018 game. I wonder if these tyres will melt as well. Alco dropping down as Badger makes a move on the Portuguese driver. And side by side as they run in sector 2, but Badger is ahead in the 48. But for how long as Badger cuts the corner? Does Alco try it? He does! Think better of it as he locks up. The lock-up is a little bit of a sign for a driver going, Eee!
You know what? There's a guy benefiting from them battling, but I'm thinking... it's a soft tire going off.
I wonder...
Because Racing Porsche is catching up like no tomorrow.
Whoa! The Mercedes of Sonderhawk going so wide there that he ended up in France for a moment. Badger and Alco pit.
Oh yeah, okay. So Racing Porsche up to P2.
I wonder though, because Cod Oliver on worn soft is catching Shadow Britain, as there's a bit of lag with these two. DRS open on Oliver's car, the 43 car, looking to pass the insert number here, number 13 car, because I had to remember which number he was.
You're having trouble remembering your own number.
Yeah.
Is he within the same car, Jack?
I know, that's the worst bit. The dementia is starting. What do you think they're allowed me to drive anymore? DRS is going to open once more on the Haas. Simple move here. Look at the overspeed he's getting on Britain.
Through the parabolica, towards the Spitzkehre.
Whoa, it's a long braking zone for Britain, and he's got it back. And Oliver said, thank you very much.
That's very good battling from them.
Sonic Hawk's in trouble. Sonic Hawk losing 2 positions at the hairpin from Blues and Badger. And Alco, he's seriously lost out to Badger. Look at him. He's got 2 cars between him and now.
Yeah,
Blues is lagging.
Yeah, he was kicked before, so it's not surprising.
Maggi to pit lane as Cod Oliver is battling hard with Britain in the stadium section. I wonder what will come of this race, as now does Oliver pit? He does cut into pit lane late though, and High Grade won't thank him for that.
Maggi got a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane.
Oh damn it. My G's not happy.
He's
and
not happy.
Sonic Hawk dropping behind Alco there. Interesting. As the Indian driver tries to work out. And look at the cars in front. It looks like we've got the whole grid in front of these guys.
Yeah, I honestly can't keep up with this, man.
Well, all we need to know is our race leader is Racing Porsche. God knows how that happened. Ahead of Brumi in P2, Britain in P3. But our net race leader, because they haven't stopped yet, the top 3, Matt G is ahead of Badger in P2. And then Alco will be in P3. But things can change. And right now, the Williams side by side. Will Claire Williams and Frank Williams agree and let them swap? What will happen here as Blues gets past his teammate, who then gets past Origins?
Just flying past here.
What if it's a different in setup? I wonder if different people are running different setups because of the wet weather, hoping that it'd be a little bit wetter in the race, or if they were hoping that in the corners would be better. Shadow Britain doing a good job of blocking his teammate so far. Will he let him through on the run into turn 1? It doesn't look like he's going to let it, so the Williams are fighting as they run into turn 1. Does Matt G have the speed? Is he going to be close to make contact? Ooh. Now into turn 3. What can they do? DRS open on Matt G's car. He's not going to be thanking his teammate tonight. And Shadow Britain is going to have to get out of the way of Matt G.
So these guys doesn't listen to us. We said turn 1 is not an overtaking spot.
No, but why would they listen to us? We're only the commentators.
Yeah, fair enough.
Do you want some news?
Yes, please.
Badger has wing damage.
Oh no.
Yeah, damage on Gary's car. And now the Williams, again, swapping positions. Shadow Britain's not letting his teammate get away with this one. He hasn't realised his teammate's in a net P1.
Or maybe he doesn't care.
Well, that's the thing. I believe they're both reserve drivers, so they're trying to pitch themselves to the SFR F1 teams to see what will happen, whether the drivers will pick them up. Sector 3's yellow flags are waving. Who's that?
It's JD Salvo, he's out. He's retiring in the
Oh,
pit lane.
so was there a problem with the McLaren? Might be setup related, who knows? The
Might have
snap
been.
of Energy Dan's car, though, into the fast corners is immensely scary.
Yeah, you gotta hang on. Gotta hang on.
Badger skipping the grass as he battles to turn 3 against Shadow Britain, and they do not make contact. Badger, now he's sustained wing damage at some point. He's going to keep going, though. 34 laps of racing tonight. I've only just looked at how many we've got on the clock. This is a long race, isn't it?
It's a really long race.
Xander with time penalties.
Impressive that
Hopefully,
he manages to stay ahead on the straight despite not having DRS.
again, a difference in setup can make it all different. Look at Alco now. He's charging to try and catch Badger in front. Remember, Badger with a damaged front wing, Alco with a full front wing. This can all happen. Energy down. Drops and battles with Bittle. Bittle trying to get up underneath the racing point, but there's no point trying to do that because there's a racing one right in front. Side by side, they cut the corner, both of them, and it's down inside for Bittle. And, wow, getting out the way is Dan, who has to make the move. Has to stay behind as Alco now battles. Britain is going slow. Something's wrong. There's damage. Damage in the front end of the Williams as he pits passing the German flag. It's the front left. He's going very slowly into pit lane.
Yeah, why is
he
he on the pit limiter already?
Yeah, I don't touch the button. I just go into the line, lower in the time.
Yeah.
That's why I went so slow in Silverstone, because I wanted to make sure I got it right.
Yeah, but that one's really difficult.
Oh, I've marshalled that entry. It's really cool to see the cars break in there.
Yeah, it must look absolutely immense.
Oh, when the LMP1 cars came in there and locked up on entry, it's like, wow, they're not going to make it. DRS open on Claude Oliver's car, passing Dan, and I think those soft tyres on the racing point are spent.
They are probably that, yes.
Yeah, I think to be honest, they're running on the ribs at this point.
Yeah, interesting to see that Claude Oliver went for another set of softs.
Whoa! Lag from Sonic Hawk there. So, yeah, that's not helpful. The racing has calmed down.
It's not. It has,
Finally.
thankfully.
It's taken 11 laps, but it has calmed down. It's okay.
So, should we run through... we didn't have the pit stops yet, so...
No, we haven't had the full pit stops yet, so we'll run through the correct order after we see the top the top 2 go into pit lane. This will be interesting to see what happens, but I guess we can get an idea that Matt G is in P1 ahead of Badger in P2. Claude Oliver, the fastest man on the track, is in P12, so no fast that point going to him yet. I say yet, because he might get into the points.
Yeah.
Energy down.
We're waiting for 4 people to stop.
So Energy Dan has got hard, and he's on the way. I'm such a child. Energy Dan is on the hard tyres, and I'm going to get spanked later for what I just said. Colin Oliver, though, he's on a charge. He's looking to pass Bittle, absolutely charging in the 43 Haas. What will happen?
Yeah, I think he'll be a bit mad over his bad start, trying to gain back some time.
Tell you what, time penalty is going to be an interesting thing in this race.
Yeah. It will be. It'll be interesting to see. I think everyone will have a penalty, probably.
Well, what will happen as they come through for the 12th time here in the carousel, now into the final corner complex? This in the wet is nasty. This in the dry is just as bad as Badger gets the time penalty. Running up onto the skid pan a little bit as they now head towards turn 1 for the 12th time for these drivers. And Martin
looking to try to make a move on Badger. Got the DRS open through the Parabolica.
Should be a simple move with Gary having the damage.
Yeah, and he's passed.
Yep, the Badger.
I don't like DRS, I'm sorry.
I don't mind DRS in certain situations. Here it's contact, high grade B, spinning ghost cam round. And as Highgrave went wide to let him back through, and he's actually lost a lot of time towards the drivers in front, and all the parties come to join them. Look at everyone come to play.
Oh, yeah.
Say, thinking about the move on Oliver. He's forced Oliver into a slight mistake there, but it's okay. It's like someone makes one mistake and just the horde comes behind them, isn't it?
Yep.
Oh, it's like watching a horde.
They just come flying around.
How many people have just got the World of Warcraft reference?
I ignored it.
Oh, wow. Back to the pit lane, finally going to repair that nose. Is he going to go for another medium tyres to the end? Has he got another set of medium tyres so he can go to the end?
It'll be the hards. A hards a new nose.
And Sonic Hawk under pressure from Pro Oliver. So 2 Olivers in this battle as Cod Oliver's come to join the play as well.
There's too many Olivers.
Well, Mr. Smith is in P11, so we'll have a chat with him later. As DRS opening on Sonic Hawk's car, and Oliver's car, and Sensei's car, and Bittle's car, and Oliver's car.
The train? Are you joking me?
Sonic Hawk thinking about it, and Oliver, there's contact!
Oh,
High B, half span there, and Hawk went wide, and Oliver's thinking, thank you very much, I will have that situation. There's contact! It's okay! Okay, it's Sensei, what a move from Sensei!
Jesus.
This is a proper truly train here. Oh, there's contact between the McLaren and the Renault. Don't expect to see that later on in the year. We'll probably see that later as well.
Pro Oliver trying to make a move on Sonic.
Thinking about it, this is another not overtaking zone of this track, this space, but Sonic Hawk's allowing it to be one.
Oh, contact again!
Big contact, and this time it's real. Sonic Hawk slapping the side of Sensei, and Sensei's going to say, I did nothing wrong. He was rejoining the track dangerously. And Sonic Hawk will say, no, it was all Sensei's fault. And that's the driver's talk for We Don't Care. Coming through turn 1, though, is Sensei powering up. Oh, someone's round! It's Bickle! No, it's High Grade!
It's High Grade.
What a slide! As he caught that. Wow, the Horde is giving some entertainment tonight. I can move this SFL Horde.
Bickle in the grass.
Whoa!
Straight through the DRS sign.
And Oliver, in all of that, he had a big moment as well as he followed the Ferrari wide. He managed to catch the car, so props to Oliver for saving a week so far.
Yeah. Well done.
Yeah, oh god, Bickle has not got any brakes on that Ferrari, has he?
Nope. Maybe he's not calibrated his brake pedal.
Oh, I'm enjoying this. Zach looking at Fast Badger. This is great. This is what you want to do to start your week off. Have these mental cases go on track. And these guys just give a show, whatever the weather.
Yeah, that's not bad. It's not bad.
Then the students who were sat there was rubbing their heads going, why? Biddle dropping behind Sonic Hawk. Both of these guys with ring damage now.
I think the stewards will cry themselves to sleep tonight.
Yeah, they definitely will. I know them. I'm sleeping with one, so this might be entertaining.
Just a quick update on the top battle. The gap between Racing Porsche and Mad G is actually not changing that much.
No, and I wonder if that's because the soft tyres can go about 20 laps. What do you think? Have you done any practice yet, or have you not been allowed out in the house?
You know, Gunther, he said that you only get 1 hour of practice.
DCG can't complain, the High Grade pushed him wide there, but it's not going to matter for the championship leader as he looks to overtake the McLaren. He is through and now what's High Grade going to do? High Grade's made a lot of mistakes since this hairpin, and he's actually going to get the move on the switchback. Beautiful move there, but the chocolate-ridden McLaren is going to have to drop behind the water company. I mean, the Stroll machine. Broomy pits.
Stroll is that Canadian, though.
Whoa, hold on. Whoa, contact, and Sonic Hawk's lucky. Sonic Hawk is very lucky there that he didn't lose his wheel as him and Badger came together. This is great.
Yeah, what a race for him. Broom is in the pits.
So it's caught Oliver.
He's going to come out just ahead of Pro Oliver.
He's got to stay ahead. They're side by side, and Broomy's going to wait for those tyres to heat up just a little bit in the Renault. He's ahead of his teammate, and that's crucially what matters.
Yes. Maybe the team calculated that. Cyril Abitbol maybe calculated.
Squirrel irritable. He's going to be so irritated. The amount of people I've seen slating Ocon after what they're all Max Verstappen fans after what happened in Brazil. Just get over it. It's in the past. Are you going to slate Jos Verstappen for hitting Montoya?
What do you mean? No. Nico Rosberg is still living rent-free in all Hamilton fans' heads.
Rosberg, I mean, is his career over though? Ah, Shadow Britain forces the origins wide, and there is contact between the Williams and the Red Bull.
Racing Porsche coming out of the pits.
Red Bull.
It comes out in P3.
That's brilliant. That's a strategy played to perfection for the Swedish driver. Now he's got to fight a British driver and a Portuguese driver now. Felix Rosenqvist fighting against Antonio Felix da Costa and Sam Bird. Anyone?
We all know who came out on top.
Yeah, not Rosenqvist.
No.
Speaking of Formula E, if anybody cares, the Virgin is releasing their car at the end of this week, and I'm extremely excited, as I've been wearing my
Wait a minute. What do you mean releasing the car? We all know how it looks.
Well, yeah, they're releasing the livery. It's a livery launch.
It's gonna say Virgin somewhere on the car.
Yeah, it's also going to say Vision.
That's
I'm still going to see it. I think it looks awesome. I love the purple.
What do you think the odds are that it'll say Virgin on the car?
I think it might say Red Bull.
What do you mean?
Sarcastic, mate.
Okay.
Had to confirm it.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, looking at someone who has been drinking a Red Bull and got his wings on the car, shall we see what Racing Point is getting up to with my engine, I mean the Honda engine. 2 Honda power units now battling against a Merc. I think Racing Point is in a great position for this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, and now I'm off to pit lane for another further 6 times for me cursing him.
Yeah, probably, but Mad G and Alco, they're going to need to stop again, aren't they?
I think it's going to be really borderline. I mean, I think they will have to. And
will
this
the tires
is where
go bang bang?
Tires will definitely go bang bang, Mr. Moonman. This is where Peter has to be smart, though, isn't it? He has to make sure that he doesn't make a silly move and lose his wing.
Yes.
Oh, he's making silly moves!
Yeah.
Maybe squirm.
Just calm down, man.
I can't say his last name, so I can't call him by his last name.
Oh, I've forgotten his last name.
I can't say it. Surprised Sam Bird hasn't got a drive in the new season. Oi! I'm surprised Massa got a drive after how he performed last season. He was terrible. Oh well.
What do you mean you can't say his last name?
I can't say Felix's last name. He's got syllables.
Oh, you mean my last name? Okay.
I can't say your last name. I can't say Peter's last name either.
Why? It's very easy.
Is it? I can't remember what Peter's is.
It's Johansson.
No, alright. Show off.
It's like Scarlet.
Coughing as we look at the racing boy. The racing boy. As we look at him coming up to the inside, there's lag in below me as the Portuguese driver is going to get passed by the Swedishman, and the Sweden is going to have to stay. Oh, there's contact!
Oh, contact!
No damage on Ivacado. As there's more. There's definitely damage now. That was a bit naughty from Alco. I don't know how I feel about that, to be honest. Felix,
what?
From a cool
what was
man,
he trying to do? Drive through
him? How dare you, Bishop? Calm down, Carol. Yeah, it's almost like the fact that he hit him and wiggled. That's the thing. I've never seen that before. Because that was full Sebastian Vettel level of wiggling, wasn't it? And he's out the way! Whoa! Now that
was close. Jesus Christ.
I'm not going to say that he tried to take him out there, but that could be perceived that way, and I know Alco, and he would not have done that. So don't perceive that he tried to take him out, because he didn't. Because he ran up on the curve, and that corner's very easy to lose it out. I'm sure you've done it, Felix. I've done it a countless number of times in the years I've raced here. This was actually my first race in league racing ever, actually. Hockenheim.
Actually, I'm looking back at the incident after the hairpin there on the stream, and it looked like Racing Porsche was trying to let him by because I think he thought the move wasn't clean.
Ah, interesting. I'm stroking my beard like a
That's what it
wise old
looked like
monk.
from my point of view, but I wouldn't know. Maybe we can ask him later.
We will see what happens in this race. 20 laps down, 34 on the clock, so still with 15 to go. Our leader is Matt G, ahead of Racing Porsche in P2, ahead of Ghost Cam in P3, and Brumi in P4. Badger is in P5, Alco is in P6, Xander is in P7, Pro Oliver is in P8, Energy Down is in P9, but for how long? Because Sensei is going to pass him and take P9 away from him. They're going to make contact if they're not careful, and they are careful. There's a little bit of a skimming as Matt G does pit, and now they power on towards Sector 2. They're getting closer and closer as they all turn in. Who's got the turn in? No, it's Dan. But Sensei, they make contact in Austria. And this time, they're racing fairly. And very well done to both of these drivers for not holding a grudge.
What a move around the outside from Energy down there.
Maggi and Ghost Cam pit lane. Brumi now in second place. And Sensei is trying moves all over the shop. Look at that. Dan won't be happy though. He's going to be complaining in the helmet. Or down the microphone, depending what Dan feels like. His mic was all the way open in Austria. That was quite an interesting conversation.
I think Dan has his mic open quite often, actually.
Yeah, I tend to have mine on push to share. Just a tip, you know. I not if I want to hurl abuse at someone, I'll do it when I can turn my mic on and off.
Yeah, I just shut mine off when I'm in a lobby. Because I have a switch. I have a fancy headphones.
I have a button. Sensei to the inside line now, and this time he's through. Dan has got no response to the Renault, as the Racing Point is going to try and get past him. I think the Racing Point's tyres are starting to die.
Yeah, What?
Oh.
No.
I wonder if they're just going through a wave of bad wear, because that is possible. They're like the intermediates. There's a portion of the tyre where it starts to get really bad, where it just wears terribly, doesn't it?
Maybe has some graining.
Yeah, possible. As we look at
Maybe some tyre overheating.
Porsche has got this, doesn't he? Oh, God. Why did Lee just say that Peter's got it? Lee's saying that Peter's going to win the race now. Peter, it's not my fault. Martin's the fastest man on track in P8. And that's not good. That's not good at all. I will hopefully get on to Peter, because I've just had a network issue, and see if I can get back into the lobby, to the party even. So if I don't lag out the session. Let's see if I can get back into Felix, into that party. So I say joined with him, but yes, we have still got coverage here. Sector 1 and 2, yellow flags are waving. Oh, I really hope that's not who I think it is. It's not. It's 2 and 3. It's high grade. High grade's in trouble, as we are struggling with internet here in the JB household, which is not very good, as Shadow Britain is lagged out. So still in session. Ghost Cam has left. Oh. So Ghost Cam's left as well. I hope this isn't the start of something that I don't want to see. I hope I haven't got the same glitch I had last time. So we'll just wait and see. Sector 3, Bittles retired from the session. That's a different one. The Racing Points almost come together. Luckily getting out the way. Energy Down getting out of the way of his teammate. So we'll just check. Do I have a party invite? I do not have a party invite as we see Energy Down just losing the rear end just a little bit. So Biddle leaving the session. I miss Felix. Apologies for it going blue. So we will wait to see what can happen. Shadow Britain's swearing in the reserve chat. As we look at Ghost Cam getting passed by all of it. Right, there's 2 invites, so apologies for it going blue. I can't see it. So I cannot see the party invite. That is not helpful at all. I have luckily just been able to rejoin the party, so I should be able to rejoin it any second now. Apologies for this, as it's loading. Okay, I can join it. This is abuse. I hate this. Luckily the racing has calmed down though. As we damn, that's not good at all. Okay, we will attempt to get back into the session as quickly as possible. I'm going to quickly use the spare invites that I have. So apologies for this as I try my hardest to get back into the lobby. Please join. No, the session apparently no longer exists. I'm going to need someone to send me a new invite. This is not good at all. Give me a minute. Try my absolute hardest here to get back in. Please say that I can rejoin. No. Okay. Shit. That's all I'm going to say there. Cam can't get in either, so we will see what happens here. I'm going to have to shut this stream off and quickly try and talk to the drivers and see what happens, so yes, I will hopefully restart the stream in a moment's time. Sorry guys, just give me a few moments.